We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. First and 10.
All right. Ready,
Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa. They'll set up the receiver screen with Waddle. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Rattler to open with a pass. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Here's Hall. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he'll be taken down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Throwing now is Rattler. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Looking to throw, Rattler. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here comes third and 6. Throwing is Rattler. Quick throw here is complete. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal. Now Rattler gonna throw to the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and now third and goal coming up.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's third and goal. And that is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for three. Be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Back to throw is Tua. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On second down, here's Tungo Vailoa. That's a short one caught by Laporta. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Miami.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll come to the line now on second and 2. Tua going to give it to Achane. Gets to the edge at the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Come on, Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Both team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Rattler now back to throw. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Rattler. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 6-3 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Let's go. On the handoff, here comes Hall. He's got space inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big-time run there by Hall. 32 yards. To throw, it's Rattler. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On the give, it's Hall. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave?
Powering forward, he's in. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Ready, son?
From the gun, here's Tua. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. It's second down.
Trips.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
Brings us third down and 9.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Second and 7. He'll look to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, New York.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Now Now a first down throw for Tua. That is caught left side by Waddle. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Hey, turbo one. 21G, 21G.
To throw on second down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Let's go.
Third and long. Here's Tua. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Hey.
Tua to throw again. On target to Laporta.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
The back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Throwing is Rattler. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This fielded at about the 9. Whoa! And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They will run it over center with Hall. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Throwing now is Rattler. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips that time. In there for the sack. 3rd and long. Now Rattler gonna throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Oregon. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Here's a give to Achane. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's Tungo Vailoa. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Go ahead. Ready, set.
On the handoff, this is Achane. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Right. Out.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's got his big tight end. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Dolphins.
So this is a simple case, Mike, of just let's make this easy. Let's just give my quarterback a big target in the end zone and just say, hey, big tight end, find space, get open, stay open, and I'm going to throw this ball through your chest, and you just got to hang on to it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. He'll run. This is Hall. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Patrick McMorris in on the stop. Second down and 8. Here's Rattler. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Rattler now back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's 2. Open man, Malik Washington. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
All right. Hey, time out 2. Time out 2. Time out 2.
A run up the middle with Achane. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Achane. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here see if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Another run here with Hall. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Play coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rattler. Open man, right side. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Jets 1st down.
Let's go now.
To throw, it's Rattler. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. And the Jets have a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
They'll try to run it with Hall. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Breece Hall, touchdown Jets. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
All right, come on. 21G. Set.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. They'll run with Achane. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready. East right, snug. Ready, shot.
They'll drop to throw. Going right sideline and complete. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards. Here's 1st down.
Ready.
Now it's Achane. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tungo, and that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New York. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
From the gun, here's Tua. There's that man again, another catch. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Ready. Step.
To throw on 2nd down, it's Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. That's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. Jermaine Johnson, the former 1st-round pick, in there to bring him down. Now on 2nd and long.
Ready. Hey, 21 TA.
Now Tua. The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
You can hear some boo birds coming out with some angry fans here right behind us, Mike, and rightfully so. They went from 2nd and long, which is obviously not ideal, to now 3rd and nearly impossible. I mean, it's looked about as bad as you can imagine.
Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So here we go. Big spot for the rookie. This to get back to a 1-possession game. His kick is good. He got it. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico.